Risa came to my award show, I'm going to support her.
Mm-hmm.
If I know, Gerard Holmes, anybody that going to come and support me, I'm going to support them. And it ain't all about who got the best. And, well, some people can't do this. It ain't all about that. We ain't going into all that. We trying to help people. We trying to help. We're not trying to compete. And I don't look at it that way. And that's just, I'm being real. I support now who support me. I know who support me, so I support them. And yes, I'm going to share your post. I'm going to do this because I know you support me. It's not all about, if I need some advice, I'm going to call and say, well, can you help me with this, what I need to do? It's not all about, because like I said, I'm learning. I'm new into this game. And if I need some advice, I'm going to call somebody and ask. If I know I messed up on something last year, I have to improve on it. I have to keep improving. You have to keep improving and push it. It ain't all about, you learn. And like I said, I am growing in it, and I am learning. So now I know now it's so many CEOs over here, these award shows, but think about all of us are not working together. We're not even, they don't even talk to you. I be real. I see one in Vegas. They didn't want to speak to me. I know you see me. I'm right there in your face.
Wow. Yes, Lord Jesus.
I'm like, and I'm being real. I'm like, well, okay, you didn't even put me in your award show. I'm like, wow, why? I've been in your award show before. Why you put me in the now? Why you ain't even hardly talking to me? I said, well, I ain't did nothing to you.
Yes, you did. So, you stepped out on faith and you answered the call of the Lord, and you are going forth and doing great. Your light is shining bright. And unfortunately, other believers and people, that is a threat to them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Let me tell you, I had all kind of friends in this gospel industry before I started doing Praise Factor. When I started doing Praise Factor, them people kicked me out of their groups on Facebook. They blocked me. They stopped me from being able to post. And I was so baffled by it because they said that they were supporting independent artists, and that's what Praise Factor does. So I'm like, I was excited to be able to share about what God had given me to do. And these people started hating me, and they hate me to this day.
Wow.
And that's the honest to God truth. So that's why they didn't put you on the platform. That's why they didn't speak to you when they was looking you dead in your face, because your light is illuminating and shining bright, my sister. And it's intimidating.
Very intimidating.
To them, to the ones that's not in this for true ministry and in this to really help the minstrels go forward. They're in it to, like you say, compete and competition and who's the best and who's the biggest and who got the most money and who can get the biggest stars. And when they're in that zone right there, if it looks like you're coming up, they're going to do anything they can to bring you down, including to discourage you.
Yes.
Wow.
This is so cool. I just wanted to say, when it comes down to award shows, I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the independent artists went out there because they were being followers, because they heard what everybody else was saying, and people hyped them up to go out there. And once they got out there, it wasn't nothing like what they said. You probably made a fruit projection, not many at all, but you probably spent more money than anything, like Christ was saying. And this is the part right here where you got to be honest with your ministry. What did I miss beforehand? Did you study beforehand? Did you get with somebody who had already had this experience beforehand? You can't go out there expecting because you take a picture or you talk to people that you're going to be popular overnight. It don't work like that. And if you do get popular, if you don't got any education behind you, you're still going to just be thinking. You'll just be, a picture floating around on Facebook. And to me, I feel like when you know your ministry, you're not going to identify yourself by these award shows anyway. And they're good to have because they're to highlight your accomplishment. And if you, like some of the panels I saw, I was disappointed. I ain't going to lie. I was disappointed. There was no education there. There was everything that was said was already said 5-6 years before. There was nothing new. Let me tell you, technology has came out. So there should have been something new on those panels, but there was nothing new. Everybody was repeating information that they had previously heard, which lets me know that nobody got out there and did their research. Nobody got out there and did their homework. It was just a thing to go and say, hey, this is where I was at, or, take a picture of something. Because when you get to the heart of it, if you really want to get your ministry out there, or you're an artist and you really want to get out there, you go to the people in the background. You're not trying to be seen right now. You're trying to get as much foundation built before, so people will notice and not forget you. Because what you're doing when you put yourself out there prematurely, you're going to be easy to forget. I'm not going to remember who you are next year. I'm just going to remember this little picture, and I ain't even going to remember your name because you don't have a foundation. All you have is what you heard others say, what you followed others doing. So you have to ask yourself, is this really a benefit for my ministry? Is it a benefit? How does it benefit my ministry? A lot of people miss it altogether. These award shows are to highlight. It's not necessarily to educate you. It's to highlight. That's why you see all the cameras and the radio announcers and stuff. And if you're not getting out there doing what you need to do, then you can't fault anybody for what you went through but yourself. And of course, it's about the money, so they're going to sell to you any way that they can. And we already know that everybody ain't saved. When they pull in marketing and promotions, they're pulling people from the secular world as well to operate there. A lot of these mainstream folks are operating right there in the gospel industry. So you're not really going to miss, like for instance, if you got a marketer and promoter that works in hip-hop or country, you're going to see that same promoter could be doing gospel the next day because that's their job. That's what they do. So if you don't get educated on who you're dealing with and start building your foundation for the ground up, you're going to continue to get used. That's money, honestly, that you could have put toward promoting yourself, or you could have put toward things that your company may need. You're lacking while you're building somebody else up. And trust me, as big as this world is, it's enough people that will show up at these award shows to support their mission. So it's going to live whether you're there or not.
So let's do this. Let's dive a little bit more into this elephant in the room called money. Because I sit on a lot of different sides of it. One from the event planner side of it, one from a manager side of it, because I've had artists that I've tried to get on some of these platforms, so I know how the money side of it came. And because I was a manager of artists and had to help them raise money and look for money and have money so that they could be a part of these things, I can even look at it from the artist side of it. So let me throw this in the middle of it for you. Stellars, Doves, Grammys, all of them have huge sponsorships. AT&T, BET, McDonald's, all of these people that put dollars on the table to sponsor these big platforms because they know if Tamla Mann is on it, 3.5 million people are going to look and see their logo on that banner because Tamla Mann is standing in front of it. So they put $1 million on the table to, have their logo be center of attention on these platforms. But when you put Christ-like and not easily broken in front of the banner, how many people is going to be looking? How many people are you going to get that same 3.5 million people tuned in? You're going to get that same 100,000 people on the red carpet trying to shoot a photo of Christ-like and not easily broken? So what is the compelling factor for a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A or a Walmart to spend $1 million putting their logo on the banner at Praise Factor when only, let's say, 100,000 people might see it? When they can go and put that $1 million on Stellar Awards and millions will see it. What is the compelling factor for Walmart to sponsor the Praise Factor platform when they're looking at it that they're not going to get their residual return because the audience viewership is not as big over here because nobody knows who a Christ-like and not easily broken is, versus Anthony Brown, Tamela Mann, Jacqueline Carr.
Wow, yeah.
So now here you are. You have a platform that wants to do everything that it can to bless Not Easily Broken, but they have no sponsorship dollars to do so. Right. Where do they get their money from to provide you a platform so that you at least get a chance to get up on the stage, because Stellars is not letting you on?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's where the artists come in at. That's why we have to pay to get on the showcases and et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are literally funding your own opportunity for exposure. That is the definition of independent.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yep.
That's
right.
so true. But at the same time, like I said, some of that is only temporary, and it's not going to really benefit that artist. But when you look on the other side of it, somebody, that 1 in a million, might actually see it and say, well, I can work with them and get them bigger. So it all depends on that artist and their confidence in what they have to offer.
And they're getting developed and ready.
Yes,
that's what I was talking about earlier.
And readiness.
Ready to be in those types of arenas and those platforms. And a lot of them want to skip the getting ready part.
You can't skip development. You can't skip development. I mean, it's easy to do that and feel accomplished just because you're sitting in a stellar seat. But when you skip development, you miss a lot of fundamentals that will help build who you are, that will help build your brand, that will help build your stability. I mean, let's face it, a lot of artists, they aren't really stable. The first time that they hear something bad going on, they want to pull out, or like we're talking tonight, if they hear about the finances, they want to talk negative about it. But when you actually know the business, then you realize there's a good side to it. It's just, are you ready? Are you on that level for it? And a lot of artists,
everybody puts finances on the table.
That's it.
Right.
And believe, Tamela Mann is grand and wonderful, Tasha Cobbs, and they might not be putting the money out of their personal pocket to go through the Stellars, but they done paid their management team, their booking team, their PR marketing team hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars, yep.
And those people go and pay Stellars and pay Doves and pay, you know what I'm saying? There is money exchanging all the
time. You give me something, I'll do something for you. You do something for me, I'll do something for you. That's how it works. You're going to have to pay one way or the other. And you just got to decide whether this opportunity is great for you and your company at the time.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. Do your due diligence. If you are a gospel rap artist, what sense does it make for you to spend $3,000 to perform on a contemporary Christian showcase?
Right.
If
you have to get in your lane.
Right. If you have been performing and doing your presentations in gospel for the last 15 years, you're very poised, very seasoned. You know how to, engage your audience, and the only thing that you're missing is some PR and marketing expertise. Why are you at a showcase that has no PR and marketing or no networks in the building?
Right. Wow. Yeah.
Why are you somewhere where you can't get established? You're not established.
What you need, right? Exactly. Right. And again, as we were talking about the money thing, if anybody that's listening, hear me and hear me clearly. If you are going and it is completely free, you don't have to spend anything but maybe some gas money to get there. You are not going to get the same results as somebody who went over to the Dove Awards Independent Artist Spotlight event. They paid $5,000 to be there and to be on that showcase. Your results are not going to be the same if you went down the street and paid nothing. I don't care how grand the flyer looks. And how wonderful they are posting it on Facebook.
Right.
Their results in those two Examples are going to be totally different. Why? Because the $5,000 ticket over here, that